OpenAI has recently released the GPT-4 Turbo model. So in this video, we are going to compare the responses generated by GPT-4 Turbo with other models such as GPT-4 and GPT-3.5 Turbo. The beautiful thing about this particular GPT-4 Turbo model is that it has the updated information up to April 2023. That means the training data is updated up to April 2023, and also it can handle up to 128,000 tokens. In simple words, we can say it can handle up to 300 pages of information in a single prompt or action. And GPT-4, it can actually handle up to 8,000, or if you have access to 32k, it can handle the 32k. And also GPT 3.5, it can handle up to 16k tokens. And also they also updated the GPT 3.5 as well. However, the training data hasn't been updated. They still have their training data up to September 2021. So in this video, we actually created an AI chatbot for this specific kind of business, which is a wedding planning agency. So we actually provided all the information about this particular business, and we want to compare the responses generated by GPT-4 Turbo, GPT-4 and GPT 3.5 Turbo. So without any further ado, let me show the demo how this actually works over here. So let me share my phone screen over here, and let me simply send a message over here. So let me send a message as hi, and it simply generate responses from all those three models such as GPT-4 Turbo, GPT-4 and also GPT 3.5. So this is the responses generated from GPT-4 Turbo. Hello, how can I assist you today with modern Rebel core services? And GPT-4 says hello, how can I assist you today with modern services? Both are actually same responses from we actually got, but in terms of GPT 3.5, it says hello, how can I assist you today? So let me ask a simple question: what is the email address? And see how each model actually generate the response for us. And at the end of this video, I'm going to compare each of these responses and also discuss about the cost as well. So GPT-4, it says the email address is this one, email address is this one, the email is this one. So all three responses are simply same over here as you see here. So let me ask this question: why should I hire this company? So let's see how this particular chatbot explains why a particular person should hire this modern Rebel core as for their wedding planning services. So let's see how we actually get the responses over here from GPT-4 Turbo, GPT-4 and GPT 3.5. So it actually generates the response over here. So GPT-4 Turbo says modern Rebel core offers unique and personalized approach to wedding planning, focusing on creating love parties that reflect your individuality and relationship. They break away from traditional norms to craft cool, fun, memorable celebrations. With a skilled team of featured in top publications and commitment to community through non-profit partnerships, they ensure your wedding is not only about you but also gives back to society. Let's see how GPT-4 generates. It also says it's a unique wedding planning agency. Is positioned in creating unconventional personalized love parties. They focus on understanding your relationship, crafting the events that reflects your style and individuality. The comprehensive services includes the planning, design, coordination, plus they have been recognized as esteemed publications like these kind of publications, and also they donate 5% profit to local NYC non-profits. As you see here, both responses are kind of same, but there are some plus and negative points as well. And let's see what GPT 3.5 says. You should hire modern Rebel core because they specialize in creating unique, cool and fun weddings that break away from traditional norms. Their personalized approach and dedication to understanding your relationship ensure a memorable and tailored event. So this is a little bit concise response over here in comparing with other two models responses over here, because we are actually providing the same prompt for all these models when they actually generate the responses. So let me ask another question over here: who is the founder? Who is the founder? So let me ask this question and see how each of these models actually generate responses for us. And GPT-4 says founder and CEO of modern Rebel core is Amishak. Again, it says the founder and it says the founder. The one simple or small, a very tiny difference is that it says the founder and CEO, because that is actually the founder and the CEO is same here. But other two models simply says we actually ask for the founder, it simply respond to us with the founder details over here. Do you host events in Canada? So they actually host events in Canada and USA. Let's see how each of these models generate responses for us. So let's wait for the GPT-4 Turbo. It says yes, modern rebel host events across US and Canada. If you are interested in planning an event in Canada, feel free to reach out for more information. And it says host events across US and Canada. They are based in NYC but are able to plan and coordinate love parties internationally. And it says yes, modern host events across US and Canada. If you are interested in hosting an event in Canada, feel free to reach out for more information. So as you see here, the responses are kind of same, but here this response actually looks good because a particular person actually asked whether they actually host events in Canada. It simply say they actually host events in Canada, and also ask if you are interested in hosting an event in Canada, feel free to reach out for more information, something like that. So this particular response is a little bit good one compared with other GPT-4 and GPT-4 Turbo responses. And as you see here, we actually ask a few questions over here, and the responses generated from like of similar kind of quality. So we can actually check the pricing details over here to compare or come up with the best model in terms of AI customer service chatbots. So in terms of other use cases, you might need to choose a different model. So let's say if you have a very complex task to be achieved, so this is just a kind of FAQ or information retrieval. So we also already provide all the information to the particular models. For example, for wedding planning agency, if I click and open this particular window over here, we actually provided all the information. This particular chatbot has to simply retrieve the information and answer according to what the information we have already provided. But in terms of like complex questions or tasks, you might need to use GPT-4 Turbo or GPT-4. But since this is a very simple customer service chatbots, you can actually use whatever the model delivers the best, or you can simply choose the model based on the pricing. So pricing is another important thing to notice over here. So language models are actually price based on the number of tokens. So as you see here, prices are per 1000 tokens. You can think of tokens as pieces of words. So if you don't have any idea about tokens, you can simply think those tokens as pieces of words, where 1000 token is about 750 words. This paragraph is 35 tokens. Let's compare the pricing over here. So GPT-4 Turbo. For the GPT-4 Turbo, for the input, they are actually charging 0.01 for 1000 tokens, and for the output they are charging 0.03 per 1000 tokens. So if you add these two, it's like 0.04 per, like you can think of this as 2000 tokens as well. And here for the GPT-4, it's 0.03. It's nearly 3 times expensive, and here it's again 0.06. So you can for 2000 tokens you have to spend like 0.09, and here 0.04. But for the GPT 3.5 Turbo, it's actually very low cost over here. As you see here, 0.00110. So if you directly compare this particular GPT Turbo over here, 0.01, but here it's 0.001, which is 10 times less expensive for the GPT 3.5 Turbo. And also the output tokens, it's also very less expensive. As you see here, 0.0020. So even if you add, it's like 0.0003 per 2000 tokens, something like that. So GPT 3.5 is extremely less expensive or extremely cheap compared with GPT-4 or GPT-4 Turbo. And also according to OpenAI, GPT 3.5 is actually faster compared with GPT-4 and GPT-4 Turbo as well. And another important thing is that GPT 3.5 is specifically designed to handle the conversation. So for example, if you read over here, GPT 3.5 models can understand and generate natural language or code. Our most capable and cost-effective GPT 3.5, which has been optimized for the chat using chat completions API. So that means they are actually optimized for the chat. So in terms of AI chatbots like this, you can simply go with GPT 3.5 because as you see here, the cost is more than 10 times less expensive, and also the responses it generates are actually good, as these are simple tasks, not something complex. You can simply use GPT 3.5 for the AI customer service chatbots while actually saving tons of money on GPT-4 or GPT-4 Turbo. And so as we discussed, GPT 3.5 can actually handle your customer service tasks easily, and provide good responses as well. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Thank you.